What's up, guys? Welcome to week 9 of Truly and Fully. Congratulations, you made it, you did it, and we hope that this study has helped you grow in your walk with Christ and also helped you grow in your community with other people. But we're not done yet. We started out with the mission of Crossroads, and then we got into the values of Crossroads. And then last week, Pastor Cam talked about the strategy, and today we are talking about the measures. And measures are just markers along the faith journey to show us kind of where we are, where we could improve, and where we're doing really well. But I want you to hear me very clearly before we get into this. These are not checklist items so that we can earn favor or affection with God. If you are in Christ, you are already a dearly loved son or daughter of God. You know, I have 2 kids, and I try to, before any performance or any game or any recital, to tell them beforehand, hey, I'm proud of you. Because I don't want them working for my approval. I want them working from my approval. And it's the same way with God. You can work from the approval of God. We get to do these things. We get to do these measures. It's not like we have to. We're blessed to get to honor God with our lives. And so let's talk about these measures. But the fun thing is that we've already been doing these measures all along the way. Because in our values, you have already been practicing these measures. That's right, we Mr. Miyagi'd wax on, wax off you. So let's get into them and let's review them. So they're all in the form of a question, and they all start the same way. This week, did I? This week, did I? Because we want this to be a weekly and a daily thing to help us see where we are in our walk with Christ. So the first one is, this week, did I spend time with God each day? Did I spend time with God each day? This is the basis of our relationship with Christ, right? This is the basis of any relationship with a spouse, with a child. You need to spend time with them. And so it's really important that we spend time with Christ daily through the Word and through prayer. So that's our first measure. Our second measure is this. This week, did I live with authenticity, being true to who I am in Christ? Did we worry about pleasing other people, or did we worry about pleasing God the most? Because we know only one of those is the most important. And then thirdly, this week, did I tell someone about Jesus? And I think so many times we get intimidated by this idea of telling others about Jesus. But it doesn't have to be that complicated, because you're probably worried about, what if I don't know the answers to the questions they have? Or what if I don't know the right things to say? What you should do is start with your story. Start with what God's done in your life, because they can argue opinions, they can even argue facts, but what they can't argue is what God's done in you and how He's transformed you. So this week, did you tell someone about Jesus? The fourth one is, this week, did I connect with other Christians? And if you're at small group right now, congratulations. I know it's not a checklist, but check, right? We know how powerful and impactful connecting with other Christians is. And Sunday morning is great, but that should be a base level instead of an end goal. And then fifth, this week, did I take a next step in my faith? Did I take a next step in my faith? Because we know if we are not trying to grow, if we're not trying to grow in this relationship with Christ, that we will likely fall back into old ways. So we have to be intentional about following after Christ and taking next steps. And then lastly, this week, did I give and serve cheerfully? Did I give and serve cheerfully? Guys, we're trying to accomplish the Great Commission to make disciples. And not just that, create disciples who create disciples. And so how do we do that practically? We give and we serve. These two things help the kingdom advance. And we need you and your help and your talents and your resources to accomplish what God has called us to accomplish here at Crossroads. So take these measures and look at them each week and have them help guide you in your faith journey. Let them see where you're struggling a little bit, where you can take next steps, where God might be calling you to lean in a little bit to Him. Because this is where we grow personally. And that's what we're trying to do. So ask God this week, where do you need me to take my next step? What measure do I need to focus on so that I can become a more fully devoted follower of Christ?